Welcome back to another Vibes and Frequencies video. My name's Nathan, and today I'm really excited to talk about what I'm excited about. What a conundrum, right? What a conundrum. And what I'm excited to talk about in this video is Moldavite. So I'm wearing all my Moldavites. I've got my pieces here. I've got my bandana filled with some pieces. So I'm just going totally ham, and I had to climb all the way up here, guys. Just want to show you real quick. I had to climb all the way up here to make this video. Don't ask me why, but I had to. So, now that I'm up here, I'm going to tell you what this video is about. And what this video is Moldavite allowing us to peek into different dimensions of existence and reality. And why? Well, I'm just going to start talking about it, okay? This is very complex for me, and of course I'm with a lot of Moldavite right now, which tends to make me all giddy. So, I'm going to find a spot here. Woo! This spot looks perfect. All right. Here we go, guys. So, Moldavite can kind of cause what I may have called before hallucinations. Now, I would say a hallucination could be explained by somebody to be said, it is seeing something that is not there, okay? Now, Moldavite has been causing some pretty intense hallucinations for me. And these hallucinations are like different dimensional type hallucinations. But the caveat here that I want to really drive home with you guys, and this is what I'm super excited to talk about, and it's just been flowing through me, all this energy. They're not hallucinations. So the truth is that there are all these different dimensions existing at the same time as right now. Everything is happening right now. There's no past, there's no future, there is no other place than right here, where you are right now in this moment. Now, because there's this saying of, I'll believe it when I see it, and that's how I was raised, and that's how a lot of people are kind of informed about things, is you believe something when you see it. Seeing something is believing. What I am discovering very intensely and very strongly with Moldavite, and just the life experience of this adventure of a Moldavite journey altogether, is it's not, I'll believe it when I see it. It's, you'll see it when you believe it. It's what we believe to be the truth, that is what we get back. And this is Moldavite talking, okay? I know it seems like it's just me trying to just, preach, quote unquote, to you guys, but this is about Moldavite, I promise. So please stick with this, because this, well, if you feel like it, you can. You could leave if you want. But this video is really important to me, so I want to get this out. It's one of the coolest things about Moldavite. So there's this thing, right? If you believe in something, then you will see it. So I feel like this can also be said for why some people don't feel crystal energy in general, is because they don't necessarily believe that it will work, and then so it doesn't. Now, that statement that I just made there is even more of a potent expression of the power of Moldavite, because Moldavite is the crystal you give to people who don't believe in the power of crystals, because you don't even have to believe in Moldavite for it to work. So that's just a bigger testament to its power. When I first got Moldavite, I didn't even know what it was supposed to do, and I also for sure did not believe in the power of crystals, and yet, obviously, here I am with the YouTube channel where I talk a lot about Moldavite, so you can clearly see that something happened there. You guys notice I keep moving just so the wind doesn't destroy the audio here. So, I've mentioned how, there's these kinds of hallucinations in the beginning that Moldavite can show us. And again, I would say a hallucination is something you wonder if it's like, that's not there. You can decisively say that it's not. But the truth is what if we were always peeking into different dimensions? We always had this capability and this power to do this. And when you see something and then decide that's not really there, boom, because you believe that it's not, all of a sudden, it's not there. Whoa. I'm like holding all my Moldavites in my hand, and I'm like, Moldavite. So, when you see something, whether it's, visually, like you literally see something, or when you imagine something in your mind, that is a proof of its existence right there. Because anything that you can imagine, or like you can perceive, or you can see, is real. It's real to you. And even if you're imagining something in the future, because everything truly is happening right now, which is another thing Moldavite brings you into understanding. It's just like meditation. Bringing your attention to this moment, you see the truth about reality and existence. And Moldavite is just mind-blowing for these kinds of, understandings if you want to bring them into your life. So I really recommend Moldavite. But being that, these things that we imagine, even in the distant future that it seems, as soon as you imagine it, what it is you are vibrationally connecting your frequency to that frequency, which means, I'm just going to say theoretically, because this is your choice. This is your choice. This is what it all comes back to, is our beliefs. You get to choose what you believe. That is your superpower. I'm like holding my Moldavite. That's your superpower. You get to believe whatever you want. That is our greatest power in the whole world. It's the greatest power of manifestation and existence and everything. It's how we're here. It's mind-blowing. So theoretically, because I want you to be able to choose for yourself, so don't just take my word for it, look inward at what is your truth, because that's what we want to discover is our truth, not somebody else's. That's another very powerful thing, is to find your own, not someone else's. When you are vibrationally vibrating with Moldavite, and you are having this kind of imagination about things, or when you are visualizing things that are different than maybe perhaps what you've seen or felt to be possible before, and even if you don't have Moldavite and you can visualize something, you are attached to that frequency, and so you can theoretically take your 2 feet and you can step and believe right now in this moment that that is now where you exist, and boom, that is where you will be. Okay? So we can, in a sense, sorry about the wind, guys. I'm hoping it's not hitting the mic too much. It's just hard. There's 40-mile-per-hour winds here since I've been here, and it's hard to find places to make videos, but I'm going for it anyways. We can use Moldavite to essentially, the word that sounds weird to say, but we could use it to teleport, guys. We can teleport into different dimensions. You can travel through time, because time isn't something to be gone through. Time is just a symptom of our experience of being able to teleport into different dimensions. Time is just the way that our brain makes sense of it, but every single moment we are existing in a different dimension. Now, it might not seem that way, but perhaps it's because you don't believe it's that way. You believe that things are linear, and so they are. Now, you could watch this video and you could go, okay, I like what Nathan's saying here. I like the idea of teleporting and using Moldavite to teleport into a different dimensional reality and follow my hallucination to its endpoint, right? I like that idea. So I believe that it's possible. It's not going to work unless you really, at your core, believe that it's possible, because you truly have to believe. If I were to say, I believe that, if I quit my job right now, that my YouTube would become super successful and I would make a bunch of money on YouTube, so I don't need to have a job, then I could quit my job, and then that is exactly the reality I would step into, because that is what I believe. I will quit this job. This will work for me. Now, if I don't truly believe that at my core, like if I have resistance and anxiety about that, like I'm going to do this and I believe it'll work, but let's see, I hope. It can't be like that. It's got to be gung-ho, guns a-blazing. This is the only thing that's true. Nobody will be able to tell you different, not even your mind's thoughts, because truly in your core you believe it. So, you can teleport to different dimensions. You can experience a hallucination and turn it from a hallucination into reality. Now, sometimes you might not want to, and that's your choice. That's the power of it. That is the power of us in this moment right now. But the main thing I want to explain to you here is get some Moldavite, okay? And understand that it's going to be uncomfortable, and a lot of uncomfortable things, you'll start feeling uncomfortable, and a lot of uncomfortable things will pop up, and a lot of people really don't like the effect that it has in the beginning. Now, I believe that the reason for this is because Moldavite is leading us to realize this superpower that we have, a literal power of ultimate consciousness. And because it's our belief systems that are creating our reality, Moldavite is going to bring up beliefs that are at your core that aren't yours. And that's uncomfortable, because now you're confronting them. You're seeing these beliefs, and you have to deal with them. You have to accept them and let them flow by, so that then you can realize that you get to choose what you want to believe that is in your best interest and is what you prefer to be experiencing in this reality right now in this moment, because it's yours. So it's really uncomfortable sometimes when you're walking around and you feel like there's something you're supposed to say, or, you know, this is kind of hard to explain, but imagine you're carrying a backpack and you're carrying beliefs in it. If your backpack weighs anything, it's because you're carrying a belief that isn't fundamentally yours. You weigh absolutely nothing. You are lighter than a figurative feather. You are infinite and reach into every dimension of every possibility, and you exist at all times. There is no birth, there is no death. You're literally existing all the time. Now, this sounds totally nuts, guys, I know, and that's okay. I'm in Sedona, and I'm having a good time, and I decided I'm just gonna go balls to the wall with my YouTube now and talk about, you know, what comes to my mind, rather than thinking about necessarily what would be safe to talk about. So expect a little bit more out there content. If you guys are interested, in this kind of stuff, definitely remember to like the video and leave a comment so I know, because that would be cool to see that reflected back. So yeah, there's a lot I could keep saying about this, guys. It's really goes really deep. But Moldavite, if you get Moldavite, you will be able to more effectively confront your subconscious beliefs that aren't yours. You will be able to let those beliefs go, choose what beliefs you want to believe, and then in that moment, you will be able to exist in the reality of right now. And the reality of right now is of ultimate power. So thank you for watching this Vibes and Frequencies video. I do super appreciate it. I love talking to you guys. It's seriously my favorite part of the day. It just gets me vibrating on all levels, and it's what I choose to do, and is my fundamental belief is that this is what makes me happy, and so it does. So again, thank you guys, and I'll see you in a day.